Trailblazer Poker Tour makes its first stop of 2025 at Texas Card House Dallas and TCH Social Las Colinas from January 21st through February 3rd. 21 big events, including the $400,000 and the $1 million guaranteed multi-flight no-limit hold'em tournaments, plus PLO and hold'em high roller events. For more details, visit texascardhouse.com.
Hello everyone and welcome to Texas Card House Dallas for TCH Live tonight, the final table of the bigger one. I am RJ Dupree in the booth tonight with my man Eric Van Loosen. What up, Eric?
What's going on, man? Yeah, another great final table for tonight. Got some familiar faces and maybe a couple newbies, so excited for it. A lot going on, and of course the big Trailblazer Tour is coming next.
That's right, Trailblazer coming up here. Gosh, when does that thing kick off?
Kicks off on the 21st. There's already some satellites going on to get into that sucker.
That's right, 9 p.m. satellites. You can just get your $400 in tournament lammers out here at Texas Card House Dallas, as well as mega satellites.
Absolutely.
A lot of ways to get into Trailblazer stuff that's coming up, but tonight it's the bigger one.
All right, well, we got Jacob in the production room. We got Zach in the box tonight to start us off. Felipe running the tournament tonight, so shout out to all those folks, and we're about to get those cards in the air on this final table. Let's go. Let's have a fun time tonight in the chat.
Yes, sir. Bring it on. Cards are in the air. Blinds starting out for this final table are going to be 8,000, 16,000 with that 16,000 big blind ante. There's a look at our chip stacks. JC, he's over there in the 7th seat. He'll be our shorty. So we will keep an eye on that as we get things started here. Hand number 1 underway.
As we noted, got a couple of goofy names. We got our seat 8 changing up a little bit. He's going by Uncle Bean.
Yeah.
And I'm going to let you announce what this guy's name is.
And of course, we recognize Uncle Bean. He's been on there a lot. My daddy waking up with ace-queen offsuit already in the 9 seat. Some people may recognize my daddy as Mr. Gray.
Raised to 50,000.
Yeah, striking resemblance there, RJ, you and your daddy.
Yep.
He is going to wake up with a nice hand, though. Raise it up to 50,000.
So here we go. Nice little profit for him. Wins 56,000 in hand number 1. My daddy is actually one of my Oklahoma City homies. So, yeah, it's good to see him here tonight. I didn't know he was down here tonight, but by golly, he cracks the final table and with a nice prize pull to boot.
There we go. Even though this is our bigger one, a little bit shorter on the entries today than we're used to, of course. We had a lot of stuff going on. Of course, the Choctaw WSOP events are going on just an hour away, but we still got 10,000 plus for first place. So a lot to play for today, and these players are definitely not going to be looking to chop anytime soon here. So excited for a final table that we're going to play out, hopefully to the finish tonight.
That's right. Main events going on around us, and we still crush that guarantee. Players are guaranteed about $1,040 already. Playing for a little over 10,000 up top.
Shout out to a few of our locals that made some deep runs and some of those.
Man, we've seen a few.
Nick Gwynn and Bart Bogard, and I think who else made some deep runs?
Well, Poker Mama won her 2nd ring earlier in the week.
She did.
She's
Congrats
making a
to
run
Poker
over the
Mama.
weekend as well.
I think I saw Jim Coyle was making some deep runs
There you go.
in a couple of those events. So,
Raised to 50,000.
yeah, good luck to everybody up there playing in Choctaw, and get ready for that Trailblazer Tour coming up.
All right, this time Heater's got ace-queen. He's in the cutoff. I got some fun screen names tonight. Heater, Uncle Bean, and my daddy.
We recognize seat 4. That's Trevor.
Cool.
Been on our final table quite a few times. Heater's been on there as well. And our first chatter, ding, 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 Mr. Mitchell A. right outside our door.
Mitchell A., what's up,
He's playing
buddy?
in a tournament, the
That's right.
$175 buy-in, 10K guarantee that's going on. Started this afternoon.
Outstanding tournament for your Saturday evening pleasure. Just got to give Mitchell a fist bump outside. Happy stacking out there. Good luck.
Hopefully some good luck for him.
right, looks like my daddy is the chip leader. Sitting over there in the 9 seat with 900,000. JC in the 7 seat, Trevor in the 4. DJ in the 5, also running a little low. So those are our players that'll be having a move here shortly. The 4, the 5, and the 7. Still plenty of blinds in play. Over 200,000 for everyone.
Of course, heater is an appropriate name at a final table. That's where you want to get your your big heater is at that final table.
Heaters make some money at final tables.
Two seats going to raise it up, and Essa's going to make the call there with the ace-7. A couple of middling aces here battling. Jack 4 Dewey.
Not a lot happening here for these middling aces. Who's going to have the most confidence in that ace? Of course, we recognize Essa there in the 3 seat. Texas Card House regular.
Yeah, he can't fool us with that silly little mask.
That's right. We see you in there, but that's all right.
Got the hoodie up to it. It's a little chilly outside. We're about to have that second cold front coming through.
Today is cold.
Y'all get ready for it. May your cards be hot, but it's going to be cold outside. Hopefully no precip is coming with it, though. That's all I know. I heard Houston's going to get some snow. It's always weird when it snows down there and you got palm trees along the South Texas coastline covered in snow.
I'm pretty sure the northernmost palm tree might be the right there at the Denton Hooters. So we're close. We're on the line.
A lot of things aren't real at the Denton Hooters.
We love them, though.
Hopefully their chicken is.
They take care of me when I'm there. I appreciate that. Uncle Bean's going to wake up with ace king here, hand number 4 of this final table.
Got a nice healthy stack, though, 721,000 with the blinds just at 8, 16, and 16 currently.
Raise. Make it 48,000.
It goes 3x here.
My daddy has a ship it hat on tonight. He means business. Full 3x here from Uncle Bean with ace king. Heater makes the call.
Uh-oh. Big slick on big slick crime about to happen. Big stacks, too.
Raise.
3 of our biggest stacks at the table.
Make it 150.
Waking up with some aces here. Andrew going to 3-bet to 150.
There we go. Uncle Bean raised it up to 48. Plus 1 position. Now it's 150 to go.
See how these players navigate a spot like this early on in the final table, still 9-handed. A couple of guys under or around 10 big blinds. And these are our big stacks.
With everyone holding an ace here, this could get interesting if this flop comes out fairly dry.
By dry, you mean the case ace? That would be nasty.
That would make it a little more simple.
Ooh, saucy.
I'm thinking of something complex, like a 6-9 deuce, but Heater out flops him here. He binks at 9.
And you have to put your opponent on specifically the hands they're holding, right? The ace-king, the ace-queens, king-queens, maybe. You flop top pair.
So Heater's just going to lead out here for 100,000. Into that pot that was 490,000.
Yeah, and Uncle Bean and Andrew now drawing just to the 2 remaining kings.
Uncle Bean, the pain of being out of position and whiffing here, so he just takes the train, his hand's in the muck.
Check.
He's just going to play it a little safe in case his opponent has an overpair here. Let's see what Andrew decides to do.
check.
He's not going to represent that overpair. He's just going to play it safe and check back.
And then we got a 4-liner out there now.
700,000 worth fighting for out there in the middle.
Bet. 150,000.
Little value town blocker there.
Nice hand there for Heater.
Yeah, nice hand, picks up 440,000 in profit there. So that's greater than 3 or 4 of our players here at the final table, just in profit from that pot. So that'll take him all the way up to 1.27 million.
Yeah, a lot going on. Some football games on tonight. There's poker going on all across the state, and of course up north in Oklahoma. Still, though, over 100 of you guys have and gals have decided to join us tonight on a Saturday night. This is only hand number 5.
Where would you rather be?
Where would you rather be? But let us know in the chat who you're rooting for, maybe who you're rooting against. If you got friends or family members playing tonight, give them a shout. This is your chance to shine. Join us, and let's make this fun. We're in for definitely a few hours. Some good size stacks here with the blinds only at 8,000, 16,000, 16,000.
I think my buddy Gray here came down from Oklahoma City and went with this screen name just to hear me call him my daddy.
He may have. Heater is staying hot, waking up with the jiggities here in the +2.
All right, Jackson early position, just making it 50,000 here. So it goes with 3X and a tickler. Krish in the small blind, he's got pocket 10s, facing the 3X raise.
All in.
Wow.
And he's got 266,000, and he has ripped it. He's all in with his pocket 10s. Heater makes the call with pocket jacks. Krish going to be at risk here.
All right. Krish ripped it, hoping he had the only big pair, and unfortunately for him, it's being one-upped by Heater. Oh,
Jack
though.
9-4, top set for Heater.
Not dead yet.
Yep,
That's
that'll
gonna do
it. 9 on the turn.
Full house, couple varieties for Heater there. Just in time, Melissa Nelson saying, Heater.
Say it ain't so, Heater indeed. Nice little lap of the button already for Mr. Heater.
Absolutely, gonna chip up to 1.6 million. And Damon, absolutely, we are hoping for some good poker here. Hopefully some nice aggression and big stacks taking advantage.
So Krish is eliminated here on hand number 5. He will be eliminated in 9th place tonight with a prize of $1,040. So players are now guaranteed that $1,175. 9th place out of 115, not too bad.
Not too shabby at all. Congratulations there, Mr. Krish. We're sure we will see you around and hopefully on another final table. 9th place out of 115 is a heck of a day's work here at Texas Card House. Our friend Aubin joining the chat, giving us a thumbs up.
What's up, Aubin? Off to hand number 6 now. Essa looks down in the hijack. He's got ace queen offsuit.
Make it 40,000.
40,000 here from Essa.
DJ gonna make the call with that beautiful suited Canuter.
Suited Canuter on the button, 7-8 of clubs. Trying to sneak in there a little bit.
All right, Heater's got another friend in there. Joe D says, looking at you, Heater.
Ace 4-9, pretty good flop here for ace queen. DJ Pretty much whiffing here with this 7-8 of clubs.
Bet 55,000.
Trevor a little interested when he's not in a hand at the football on the TVs. You got
Right.
Detroit and those Washington suckers on TV as we speak. Sorry, Kansas City Chiefs advanced over Houston Texans today. Kind of a tough game there.
Yeah, what a weird game that was.
Right?
Houston moved the ball up and down the field and couldn't score a lick.
Could not score a lick. Really good defensive game, though. Obviously, there were some nasty penalties, but can't say the game came down to that. It just came down to Jason Garrett's favorite word, execution.
Execution.
But yeah, good season there by the team down in Houston. Did a heck of a lot better than our boys did up here.
16 to go.
Yeah, big first lap of the button here for Mr. Heater. He's all the way up to 1.5 million.
Raise to 50,000.
Trevor waking up with something he likes here, King Jack offsuit. DJ going to continue to just call these raises here.
Fold.
Getting close to just the 10 big blind mark. And Uncle B now waking up with that same suited canooter.
7-8 of clubs.
7-8 of clubbies. He's going to come along. And what does your daddy have?
My daddy has King 5 of clubs.
And he does what daddy should do. Throws it in the muck. 3 going to a flop here.
Check the bet.
10 deuce 3. Rainbow.
Check.
Not much out there.
All.
And Trevor wastes no time. Says, fellas, wake up with it or go home.
Good time to do it here.
Yeah,
King High's in a good spot.
nobody's landed a pair or any significant draws.
That ace high behind him immediately goes away and he'll take it down.
Power poker there by Trevor. Even if they did land something on that board, he's got the 2 over, so I like to play there. Aggression, gonna get it done. No need to let these guys hit something on the turn if they haven't already. Yeah, Mitchell, I'm with you there. That special team guy for Houston pushed the coach. I'd be sending him home on a Greyhound bus.
Yeah.
See you later.
Missed a kick, had a kick blocked.
Yeah,
Couldn't move at all in the red zone. It was rough.
it was definitely rough.
Execution was indeed trash.
All right, a couple more Heater fans joining us. All right.
All right, Heater's in the chat.
Right here. Thank you. Still no go. Thank you guys.
Good now. Go. Fold.
All right,
Raise. Make it 50,000.
DJ going to get a chance to do the raising this time with King 10 in the cutoff. No, in the hijack, excuse me.
Fold.
Well, suited ace 4 in the small blind, facing a raise from the hijack. Doesn't want to mess with it. He lets it go.
Call. Heads up.
Mounded chips over there in our 1 seat, so he's going to come along.
Much easier to defend from the big blind than it is the small blind.
We've got 1 minute left on registration. Got a few seats available for registration.
75,000.
DJ is going to bet, almost putting himself all in. And Heater just going to get out of the way, let him take that smaller pot down, but much needed for DJ, who's now over the 230,000 chip mark. JC in the 7th seat is now our shorty with just about 8 big blinds.
All right, turn it over, cut your bet for David.
Hand number 9.
Yeah, he's on 7 big blinds, so yeah, he's going to have to find one here pretty soon. In good position, though, behind the button.
Dealer, shuffle the table. Registration is now closed.
We like to root for those shorties sometimes to
Yeah.
make a little run. DJ now
Raise. Make
getting
it
on a little bit of a
60,000.
heater. He's got the ace-queen suited.
Yeah, it's always fun to watch and see that the old saying in poker is true that those short all-ins are hard to knock out
They
sometimes.
sure are. The old chip in a chair thing can be real.
DJ gets to raise it up with ace queen of clubs. Makes it 60,000 to go. A little extra cheese on this open. And he will find no customers. He'll take down the blinds and antes.
For sure. That's something, you know, like the Jack 10 suited probably looked at and said, you know what, I like this hand, but he's making it a little big for a reason.
A little steep.
I am not going to make this call and just give him a free 60K in chips. Andrew in the 2 seat, I think, maybe the only player I'm not that familiar with. So anybody in the chat want to shout out Andrew or give us any information about him, let us know.
Yeah, and I've seen him mix it up in a couple of the Dallas tournaments, but
Okay.
I really don't know a lot about him.
Call. Fold.
You know, it is funny, I finally got to play in a tournament last week. I haven't played very many in the last year or so, and I enjoyed my time there, and then I see about 3 people at this final table that I played with that day, so it's kind of fun.
Absolutely. Trevor going with a much larger size here, 75,000 with the 2 8s. And DJ just going to make the call.
Check her back.
Queen 9 deuce.
In.
And a quick jam from Trevor. Once again, just hoping his opponents didn't hit. And while DJ did not hit the flop, he still has 1 over. Of course, 2 overs to Trevor's pair. And that gutter ball for the king high straight. Not sure he wants to risk it all with this hand just yet.
Yeah, Trevor betting 200,000 here into what was a pot of 190. So I can see where it's somewhat tempting, but little price is a little steep for me here. Good time for Trevor to jam and put that pressure on mathematically. And for DJ, it is pretty much all his chips as well.
Trying to decide, is this the one? Of course, you're behind
Doesn't want to mess with it.
a lot of other kings as well. The ace king could be dominated by a king queen there, so he just says,
Yeah.
to heck with it, I'm getting out of here.
Definitely an interesting spot there with only 200,000 behind, but didn't want to mess with it. Gonna hang on to that 200K.
Question in the chat for RJ, did you used to deal at Riverwind?
Mr. Tyler, did I used to deal at Riverwind? Yes, sir, that was me. Spent 10 years at
16 and 16.
the Wind of River.
Well, RJ Duprizzle was up there at the Riverwind Dizzle.
I'm busted. Somebody found me.
You thought you got away. So you went south of the border,
That's right.
crossed that Red River. Did you swim across or did you just drive across?
Just drove.
Okay, that's good.
Drove some cattle back.
You didn't fall into a nest of water moccasins, did
The
you?
old Chisholm Trail.
Lonesome Dove.
All right, JC's pretty short, and he's looking down at ace-5 of hearts here. He's got a suited ace and about, what do we say, 7.5 blinds or so.
Time to probably rip it here. You don't love it, but you got an ace, you're suited.
All in.
Yeah.
All
less
in
than-
from JC.
just under 7. Good luck to our shorty there. He's all in for his tournament live, Mr. JC. Yo Daddy waking up with Queen 10 of clubs.
Yo Daddy. Not going to do it. Heater's got an ace 5. Let's see. As we move to the blinds. S has got 2 letters here, a king and a jack.
Some love in the chat from Fancy saying, let's go Gray Cat. Will be our 9 seat,
There
Mr.
you go.
Gray.
106,000.
All right, Essa contemplating making a call here for just under 100K.
So yeah, Essa here with 383,000 behind. Kind of one of those medium spots where you'd love to pick up an extra 100K right here. But you got to worry about that big blind behind you.
Much needed pot there for JC.
There you go, JC picks it up. Tyler says he basically grew up in the old Riverwind room. Glad to see that I'm doing well. Thank you, Tyler. I'm sure that I would remember which Tyler that is. So yeah, happy to hear from you again as well.
JC's going to chip up a little bit. He's got about 9.5 big blinds now, up from that 6.5 he just had. You always want a pure double up, but he will take that.
You betcha. Blinds are looming. He's under the gun here. Got to get that free lap in when you can get it. Because nothing's free.
Fold.
Jack 9 under the gun. Uncle Bean's got the old Queen 3. 7-4 for Daddy. Some rags around the rail here. We get the heater. 8-5 in the muck. That reminds me, I think I'm going to record the football game just in case I get home and don't want to go to sleep.
Heads up.
Last week we had the lovely Miss Mary doing some dealing. She was knocking them out quick.
Battle of the blinds for this one.
Check. 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 Check.
King ball, corner pocket.
Fold.
Or smashing that and gonna bet it.
Bunch of overcards out there to JC's 5, so he doesn't want to mess with it. I think.
Yeah, we had, I think, 3 knockouts in the first 20 or so hands last week.
Man, we did. Yeah, the
Just have
first lap was crazy last week.
It really was. First lap was real crazy, and of course we just have the 1 knockout so far. Mr. Krish finishing in 9th place.
Remember, we had a knockout, Queens versus Aces in the first hand, if I remember correctly, and then another big one in the hand number 4, and away it went. But players today come in with quite a bit of blinds, really. Everyone was over that 20X, even though JC has leaked down into short stack range now.
Scan for me. Fold.
Greg gonna wake up with an ace-9 offsuit. Gonna let it go. Heater's cooled down a little bit, still with big chip stack. Trevor now on the button. He's going to keep that aggression up, even with a trash hand like an 8-5 offsuit. And steals the blinds. Love seeing it.
I need that.
There we go, taking it down from the button.
Not going to make a lot of final tables like Trevor has by being a very passive player.
Absolutely, and he knows those short stacks are behind him right now, so he's able to put a little pressure on them. They're not able to move unless they got something. No free flops for the shorties behind him. Yeah, Tyler in the chat mentioning that we've probably seen each other from back in the day, and of course I remember several Tylers from that room, so being there for 10 years, everybody had to put up with me, all the Tylers. I'm to the age where I could say I was somewhere 10 years long. I'm not very happy about that. Beats the alternative, I guess.
For sure. I know I had a 10-year job that I stayed about 8 years longer than I anticipated. So been there, done that.
All in.
All in from the button. DJ's got King 10. Trevor raised it up here with this Queen Jack in the cutoff. And DJ says King 10's good enough for him. He's going to rip it.
That's right. Player on his right continues to open up pots, and he's just going to have to stick it in. So he gets 10 big blinds in there with King 10 off. Now Uncle Bean's like, wait a minute. A raise, a jam. And now I'm looking at the old King Queen. Always looks so strong.
Definitely
until
puts him
it
in
doesn't.
an interesting spot there, stuck in between those guys.
Trevor wants to get a count. DJ's stack.
So he opened it up here for, what was that, 55,000.
45, 160 total. 160.
So little heavy on the open, 3x, more than 3x. So now this is where the sizing of your open really matters, right? Size does matter here.
Thank you, RJ.
So if you open light, you can just let this Queen Jack go, no problem. But you open a little stronger there, and it's much more tempting to go after it.
Don't want to just relinquish that 55K. Yeah, Brian wants to know if our seat one isn't the real heater. Who is
Who is the real?
the real heater?
We have 35. That's only like a 2-minute break. Just our latest color change. 35.
Gonna do a quick chip up here, so we're gonna take this opportunity to remind y'all what's coming up. On the 21st, Trailblazer Poker Tour is coming to Dallas. It's making its way to our area here in the DFW Metro.
Trailblazer.
TCH Dallas and Las Colinas, TCH Social, going to be hosting over 21 events between the two locations, highlighted by that $1 million guaranteed title event that is going to end the big Trailblazer Poker Tour. Great, I think, 40K or 50K event to kick us off, and then there's a 400K guarantee multi-flight for 365. There's satellites going on every day from now until then. For all these events, you can use those satellite tokens to get yourself into those tournaments for cheaper. PLO and Hold'em High Roller events. There's a tag team event.
How much do you want to win?
Yeah. So the 21st through the 3rd, you are a tournament poker player. Dallas, Texas is where you want to be hanging out because we have got a lot of stuff going on. So make sure you make it out to that.
That's right. Trailblazer is going to be awesome. Brought to you by us, Texas Card House. So come and see us. That is going to be awesome.
The card's going to be that man.
The cards are going.
Yep, this is still going on currently in Austin right now. You can still get in on this thing if you're in the Austin area. $200 buy-in. This is their New Year event, launch into the new year. 100K guarantee. They've got 2 flights today. So one started at 5 p.m. and there's a turbo at 10 p.m. And then you can still buy in tomorrow, the final day at 11, 5, and 10 p.m. You can bring your top 2 bags.
So there you go, Austin.
If you get lucky enough to bag and get in that sucker for Monday, day 2.
Austin firing all weekend. Make that thing happen.
Great event for them, especially for a $200 buy-in, 100K guarantee. That is just awesome event that they're going to be having at that
20,
new
30,000 on a
location.
$200 buy-in.
Yep. What's going on, Tony Ferguson?
10, 20, and 20. All right, players 10, 20, and 20. Good luck, friends.
Poker Monkey in the chat as well. What's going on, my man? And we're going to get these cards back in the air. We are still 8-handed. Final 8 players are going to be fighting for $10,350 up top. There were 115 entries today, $34,500 prize pool. So a lot to fight for still. Anybody's match here. 8 guys left. Let's go. We didn't have final table Laura for the 3rd week in a row, dang it. Maybe she's up there grinding in Oklahoma, but we had a lady for the last 2 weeks on our final table, and now it's just all dudes. It's all dudes again, RJ.
It is all dudes.
Dadgummit.
Andrew's going to open up here in the +1 with ace-10 of diamonds. I saw Laura out there, so she's playing in something tonight. I think she's in the $175 deep stack. The Saturday evening tournament.
Heads up now.
Amen, Poker Monkey. I had a good session the other day and followed it up with just kind of blah. So I'm right there with you. That's poker, though. You can always get them the next day.
Bet 75,000.
Andrew lands that ace here with his ace-10. Trevor, the bottom end of a gut shot here with no spades.
Yeah, still a couple other short stacks. You know, you don't want to be drawing too much at things like gut shots at this point. Still in a good position.
Yeah,
plenty of chips.
Folds can make you real money right now.
Blind levels did go up to 10K, 20K, 20K. So JC now with just 5 big blinds.
The $175 deeper stack tonight, 15,000 guaranteed. They got 129 entries, playing for 5,330 up top.
Indeed. Poker Monkey reminded us that some days you're the windshield and some days you're the bug. Some days you're the pigeon and some days you're the statue.
Yeah, I'm trying
That's
to.
how my pocket pairs were the other day. They were the statue and they were just getting pooped on by those
Trying
pigeons.
to avoid being the bug, but boy, yesterday I was for several hours and kind of got out of it, thank goodness. But
as long as you're still giving it hell, right?
I guess
Give her hell.
it was madness.
All right, JC wanting to wake up with a doozy here in the cutoff, and a doozy indeed. 7 doozy right into the muck, and good thing because Uncle Bean is woken up with a couple of ladies.
There you go. You love it when the table folds around to your button and you got a monster. So he will raise it up, 65,000 to go. The new level here, 10,000, 20,000. Uncle Bean takes it down. Squadouche in the blind, so he'll pick up the blinds and antes and chips up just a bit.
How's our midday afternoon tournament going out there? Looking pretty good?
Yeah, the 175?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one I just mentioned. So they had 159 players, I think it's said, and $5,300 up top.
Very nice for a $175 buy-in.
Yeah, 129 players in that one. So yeah, that was the one I was just checking in on a few moments ago. But yeah, room's popping tonight. It's a busy Saturday night. So plenty of tournament tables going on and lots of cash games.
Absolutely.
1-2 and 1-2 PLO. I saw they had 4 1-2 PLO games when we kicked off here tonight.
Just like our 1-2 Hold'em games, those don't play like your normal casino
They are not
1-2 games.
1-2 games.
They play big. A lot of big stacks you'll see at those tables.
So officially they play 1-2, come in for 5. $10 straddles with a match to stack buy-in. So you can imagine that is not a 1-2 game.
Hot limit blows up real quick. All right, DJ going to take that one down. He's now chipped up to a little over 300,000.
There's a look at those player stacks. Heater still at the top, 1.45 million. My daddy there, and second in stacks, 810,000. Let's see, JC really the only one below the 10X mark right now.
Danger zone. He's got a couple free hands until he's going to have to get it in. He's just got 110K left. Blinds at 10, 20, 20.
About 240 viewers right now on all platforms checking us out on YouTube and Twitch and what's all the others?
Kick and X.
There you go, Kick and X.
Facebook.
That's right.
Yeah, if ever your YouTube isn't running properly, you can just click on Facebook and watch the stream there as well.
Appreciate all you guys checking us out, kicking and twitching and YouTubing, and make sure you're smashing like and clicking subscribe so you can catch all these things when TCH Live is firing them at you.
Trevor raising it up again with some Broadway cards. It gets back around on the button to Heater, and he's got the tanks now. He's got 2 10s. He is going to 3-bet to 125, and now Essa waking up with just 345K in his stack. It's like, wait a minute, I got to put in a third of my stack here just to make a call, and I'm looking down at 2 9s.
Ugh, pocket 9s.
That's what we call a tweener.
A tweener indeed. Facing a 3-bet, and you look down at pocket 9s.
And nothing in between for him. He's just going to get it in there and get the bad news here.
So he has ripped it. S is all in for 365,000. Heater's got him covered.
Felt like he knew it too. I think he asked him if he had
Dominated.
10s.
Yep.
Just in time for VV to join us in the chat. Howdy, Victoria.
So S is going to be at risk here. Going to need to find a 9. 9 in the window. 9 deuce
Couple of spades.
ace. So now Heater on the short end of this one. He's going to need a 10.
10 and a 10 only. Wow. Essa is not going to be eliminated. He is going to get a double up.
Full double up for Essa.
Full double up plus a little bit as Trevor had opened that one.
9s versus 10s. Needs to find a 9, and boom, right in the window. Massive double up for Essa.
Heater still has over $1 million though. Essa creeping right below him now with 810. That puts him neck and neck with my daddy.
Yeah, pretty juicy pot there. Definitely not a skinny rabbit at about 810,000.
What a hand, what a hand. Thought he was out the door and got a 9 right there in the window.
Yeah, a little gift of a 2-outer there for Essa, and we'll see how that goes for his run good here at the final table. We are 19 hands into this bad boy. And he now sitting around second in stacks.
One team to watch.
Mehmet and All Is Well joining us.
Sup, sup.
And Mr. Code HDN just in time for a cooler. JC gonna get it in with that ace-5 again, and
He's gonna get company this time.
He's gonna get a caller here.
Uncle Bean with the Kings. He's got 495,000 in his stack, so we'll see how he wants to play this.
Oh, Danny boy, Uncle Bean
110.
waking up with the Kings. Thinking about how much he should put in here.
Seeing if anybody's reaching for chips behind him. Uncle Bean just goes with a flat here, calls with his Kings.
GG transfer.
Showdown, friends.
And that'll do it. Everybody else folds out, so we are going to go to a run out here.
Go ahead.
Ace-5 of hearts versus the Kings for Uncle Bean.
Showdown at the OK Corral here between these two neighbors. Uncle Bean trying to eliminate JC.
Ugh, Ace-5 of hearts whiffing everything here. Queen 9-4, all black cards on the flop. Down to just an ace. And it's not. Jack of clubs the river. The Kings will hold for Uncle Bean, and that is another elimination. JC eliminated tonight in 8th place.
Great job, JC.
Great run for him tonight, outlasting nearly 108 players or so, 107. He will take home a prize of $1,175.
Well done, well done.
Great job. We'll see you again next week.
Always a friendly gentleman in the room.
AC's great.
Great job, Mr. JC.
He is one of them that I had the opportunity to play with a little bit a few days ago, and yeah, he was a good time at the table. Good to see him making runs and cashing in these final tables.
All right, and then there were 7. We are through
20 to call.
19 hands. Hand number 20. Blinds at 10,000, 20,000, 20,000. These players are all now much closer in chip stacks. Greg gonna wake up with a couple of 9s here.
Raise. 40,000.
Thank you for the reminder, all is well. I have not smashed that like button yet, and I'm gonna get on it right now. Do my due diligence, my part here. Smashing that like button. Guys, make sure you're subscribed to the channel as well. You'll get notifications anytime we're having live streams, whether it's a cash stream at any of our other locations or this one here in Dallas, Texas.
So there you go. Mr. Gray's been a little quiet here at this final table. He got to open the very first hand of the table, and I don't think he's opened since then. So.
Uh-oh, Siri's over there talking to you, RJ. Whatever you did, you turned her on.
Setting her off here. She was excited about pocket 9s, I guess.
All right, so DJ is our short stack right now at 265. 12 big blinds for him.
All right, Essa in the cutoff with a suited ace-3.
Raise.
Stacks behind him are a little bit on the shorter side.
Yeah, we're gonna put some pressure on the short stack DJ here.
Trevor in the muck. DJ in a small blind wants to see a flop with his Jack-10. Off to the big blind. Uncle Bean's got the King-5 offsuit.
Yeah, just needs to put in another 25,000. Got a king-high hand. He's gonna make the call.
So yeah, Essa opens here. Min click and a tickler. We're gonna see a flop 3 ways. 6, 6, 9.
Check.
Body hitting that 6.
Check.
Paired flop here, usually a good thing for the opener, but
Bet 50,000.
never know when you're battling against those blinds here.
Ace high gonna take it down.
Ace high for Essa, and he does continue and able to take it down.
Great recognition there. There's our friend, our pal, the lovely Miss Christina.
Christina.
Waitress, bringing some drinks to the fellas at the table. Reminder, here at TCH Dallas, there's complimentary drinks. Of course, we got a couple of beers on tap. And then they do coffee and sodas. You can purchase Red Bulls and juice and a couple other things, but everything else is complimentary.
Mamet in the chat giving us a shout out. We appreciate that.
Absolutely. Thank you much. Definitely does not go unnoticed, my brother. Thank you so much. Keeps us coming back on Saturday nights, that's for sure. RJ and I love doing this.
Making us feel good and stuff. We like that kind of thing. Another suited ace here for Essa. It's ace-8 of spades.
Yeah, and in the hijack, he's going to keep the pressure on. It's one of our bigger stacks. And great spot for DJ to rip it here. 2 live cards here. King, Queen offsuit.
Yeah, King, Queen facing standard raise from Essa. He's on the button with that King, Queen, so he has ripped it. He's all in for 11 blinds here, 220,000.
Yeah, I'd say that's 11 big blind worthy.
We can handle the math on that one, huh?
Absolutely. And now Essa is facing a decision. If the cards were face up, he'd snap call with the ace high. But now he's got to worry, am I just about to double this guy up? Has he got me dominated? Does he have a pair?
Showdown.
All right, Essa makes the call, so DJ's going to be at risk here. Ace-8 of spades for Essa. DJ, King, Queen offsuit. Full tilt nuts. He's going to need to land it. 58.42 in the equity here. 3-4-7, little tiny flop. Jack on the turn. No one holding a heart here.
King or queen?
Jack on the river, and that'll do it. Ace high holds for Essa and DJ. Going to be eliminated here, and I believe 7th place. Nice run for Mr. DJ. He will receive a prize of $1,345. Great job, DJ.
Yeah, excellent run there, DJ. Finishing 7th out of 115 entries. Great showing today, and I'm sure we will see you on another final table. Essa's now overtaken Heater for the chip lead.
There we go. Essa's now on the move.
A couple of knockouts for him.
Down to 6 players now, guaranteed $1,585, I believe. Button now over there to Mr. Bean in the 8th seat. Uncle Bean, something Bean.
Uncle Bean.
Thumbs up if you're interested, thumbs down if you're not. No response, and we're taking you off the list.
So with blind still 10,000, 20,000, the players have moved their way up into a comfortable position again at this blind level. Trevor, the shorty, and he's still got more than 300,000 himself.
Andrew's been a little quiet since that ace-king 3-bet with earlier. Now he's waking up with the ace-queen under the gun. Gonna open it up to 50.
Trevor over there with a suited king 5.
Yeah, he was definitely weighing more than just one option there. We've seen some aggression with him. Several hands in that kind of range, so decides to just let that one go, and wisely so. Uncle Bean, though, on the button going to come along, and wow, Greg going to wake up with an ace-queen offsuit of his own.
And Andrew raised it up here under the gun, and he hasn't been able to open a whole lot, so he's not sure if you want to go picking on that hand just yet. Greg just goes with a call.
Yeah, tough out of position just to see a flop here, but he is going to play it a little safe, being that he's one of the bigger stacks at the table.
King 6-8, 2 diamonds. Everybody's going to whiff. Uncle Bean does have a gut shot. Ace queens are best.
Check. Check.
Eight of spades pairing the board here for the turn. So we'll see who wants to lead out now, and it's going to be Mr. Gray.
Playing the hand the way he did, players are not going to give him credit for an ace-queen type of holding. They're going to give him credit for exactly what's on the board there.
It looks strong.
6 and 8, diamond draw, something that's going to be better than their hands, and they're going to let theirs go.
Yeah, nice job there. Seeing that the checked flop gave him an opportunity to lead out when that board pairs and take it down.
20 and 20.
Something is going on with my hat today. I don't know if it's my headset not cooperating with my hat or what. Lack of hair.
Beetlejuice, is the head shrinking?
It's probably,
is that what's going on over there?
Maybe too much steroids. Maybe it's getting bigger.
You know, we've had some compliments in the chat here. You know, that I figure that head of yours would be getting swollen, but, you know, maybe it's shrinking like Beetlejuice.
I don't know. You never know with my problems. Too blessed for stress. Not going to worry about it.
Uncle Bean going to wake up with the Randy Moss hand over there. Throw that in the gutter. My daddy's got the button. Not going to love the king 4, but loves the position. So he's going to raise it up. Yeah, and gets a superior hand there. The ace deuce to fold. Using that position, he's up to $1 million in chips now.
These players make a lot of final tables. They're pretty sharp. They know that small blind is hard to navigate. Ace deuce no good there. He puts it in the muck.
Absolutely. Seems like whenever we have big tournaments, whether it's just this weekend bigger tournament or the big events, Gray's always in town down here. Definitely been on our final table more than once. So glad to see him here again. Even though he's making us call him my daddy tonight.
That is kind of rude.
We're going to have to give him some hell if we see him out there.
Yeah. So when we were watching this thing,
Yeah.
I was like, what are you talking about?
All right, and then there were 6. Trevor waking up with an ace queen, and he's just going to rip it.
Trevor has ripped it. He's all in for 325,000. He's under the gun with a pretty big hand. Ace, queen offsuit. So far, rags everywhere. Andrew with the king 10 of diamonds. He's not going to do it. Rags for Essa, and Trevor gets it through, no problem.
Whoa, 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 I wasn't going that far.
Understand we've got a wild football game going on, about with 3 or 4 lead changes already and 500 yards of offense in that first half. So
Bigger score than the KC Houston game already.
when I get home, I'm going to have plenty of action to watch on that thing. So that'll be fun.
We are down to 6-handed, though. Zach may have a hot date himself trying to get these players out of here.
Right?
Hand number 26. My daddy gonna wake up with the ace jack of hearts
Ace, jack of hearts in the hijack. That's a pretty good hand.
and a high top Chuck Taylor card protector sitting on top of that ace jack of hearts. He's gonna raise it up to 40,000. And queen 10 gonna make the call. Trevor
Heads up.
wasn't just gonna give up his blinds that easy.
Check.
Ace, jack of hearts lands top pair here. Jack 7-4, 2 diamonds, and backdoor hearts. Going to make it easy to continue here for
40,000.
Sir Daddy.
You want us to call him Gray? That'll give us. If you allow us to call him that, then we will be off the hook for the rest of the night, and we will call him Gray.
I know it.
We just need your blessing, Fancy.
Yes, thank you, Fancy. Thanks for looking out for us.
Uh-oh, Code HDN is going to give us the over-under of 81.5 hands.
So yeah, Mr. Gray. Gray's one of my Oklahoma City homies, so I wouldn't be surprised if he did that. Just
For you.
for me to have some anxiety, yeah.
Well, we're off the hook, as Fancy says.
There we go, thank you.
We can't call him my daddy anymore.
I love it.
So it is now Gray. We can even call him Ship It.
I do like the ship it hat.
I do like the Ship It hat as well.
Yeah, Gray's not afraid to come in style now. He'll show you how to dress for a poker table.
Seven deuce game is off, so Heater is going to throw that one away. Trevor
Raise. Make it 65.
sees another face card that he likes. He's going to raise it up with King 9 off.
Angel R wants to know it.
Fold.
Yeah, the players made it hard on us. You know, Uncle Bean and my daddy side by side.
They sure did.
Man,
Yeah. Danny and Gray both, they're fun dudes, so it's not surprising that they come up with some ornery screen names for us tonight. But
it was a couple weeks ago we had a player whose name was actually backwards. You had to read it backwards to understand it. And I said,
Yeah.
no, I give up, you know.
yeah, that one was
I'm just going to call you Bill.
hot potato or something. I forget what it was. But yeah, I do remember that. That's right. We'll tell him, pay the lady said we could stop. Thank you.
Raise to 50.
All right, Heater got a queen 10 of clubs. He's going to raise it up to 50,000. Seems like an amount that they've kind of gone to here as a standard open.
Yeah. So as these blinds get a little more expensive, you'll see that you can apply pressure with less of a raise, meaning the raise is closer to 2x now.
Trevor even going to look it up here for 50,000 with the suited mumbler. 5-3 offsuit there.
Call. 4 players.
Here we go, suited mumbler action. Love it.
5-3 suited.
A lot of different things, a lot of different holdings here. King 3-8. I believe everyone has a pair, right?
Check.
Top pair for Sir Daddy. Middle pair for Essa, and bottom pair for Trevor.
Bet. 55,000. Fold.
See what Gray decides to do here. Checking top pair.
Call.
Gonna make just a call. Either's got some backdoor opportunities,
Heads
but
up.
gonna let it go. Wow, the 3-5 would have got there.
Got that 3 out of there just in time, or we'd all be mumbling.
Check.
Check, check.
Yeah, no spot there for an 8 to continue. Essa knows that. Not a lot of draws on that flop.
Check.
Probably check call mode here.
Essa would have to bring it. Ace on the river here gives him an opportunity, but it's going to have to be juicy.
Bet. 85,000. Calls 85.
Yeah, 85 not enough. That's going to get a
Some
call
trades.
from Gray.
Ace. King.
King Jack will take down the 8.
King just too strong. The ace was a little scary on the river, but King just a little too strong there.
Nice pot there for Gray. He's up to 1.38 million, and that puts him in the chip lead.
You don't know anything yet.
Wrong call.
Everybody plays different.
Fancy in the chat. I didn't recognize that picture right away, but once you said your screen name, friendly hello from your favorite old dealer. Good to see you hanging out with us tonight.
All the Oklahomies chiming in,
Yeah,
huh?
all of them.
Right on, right on. We always welcome our neighbors
Yeah, we
to
have-
the north to come on down.
That's right. Tyler checked in earlier.
Spin
and
it
now,
up.
Now Fancy, because Gray's here. And
In.
Essa gonna raise it up here, and Trevor, with just Queen Jack off, says, you know what? I'm taking this one. 300,000, Rip City from Trevor.
Fold.
couple of King Jacks here in the holdings, but they'll lay it down. Trevor's
Fold.
all in for 305,000. And he's doing a good job putting the pressure on these stacks before he gets like dangerously low, right? At 300,000, you still got to bring it with a hand.
305,000.
Jedi Master joined us, says, is there an unfriendly hello? There certainly is, Jedi.
Absolutely.
And I've got a 2-for-1 special when I see you.
That's right. Bird here, bird there, all sorts of unfriendly hellos.
How you doing, my friend?
Have you driven in traffic in Dallas?
A lot of unfriendly hellos
Unfriendly
out there.
hellos everywhere.
All right, Essa says nope. And aggression really working out for Trevor here. Really putting these players to the test. You know, and it works every time until it doesn't.
That's right, yeah, that's what I was mentioning, doing a good job. Not getting to that dangerous 10X mark. He's still rocking with 15, 16 blinds when he's doing it, so able to navigate it pretty well.
Absolutely. Next man out's going to get a payday of 1585. Those big pay jump start there right around 4th place.
Yep,
2,500 and above. Real big pay jump start happening for these players. So with these stacks now super close, 405, 480, 515 before you get to the 890 and aboves there. A lot to play for still.
You said 405. Could be Gray's night.
Could be Gray's night, 405.
20 to go. Fold. Fold. Fold.
Victoria says, hello. She must have missed our shout out to her.
That's right.
Great.
Another shout out for you, Miss VV.
We are doing excellent, though, Jedi. Thank you.
Fun little flop, Jack 10-9, 2 spades. Doesn't really fit with our holdings here. Heater was able to raise it up with his suited ace-6. Andrew an ace-3 behind him.
Not a single spade in either hand here.
Bet 75.
Andrew, though, going to take a little stab here and take it down.
There you go, ace in position best. He takes it down.
All right, blind's going to be up now. It'll be at 15, 30, and 30. 15, 30, and 30 this hand.
Are we getting close to that age where the players are going to look at us and say, I respect my elders and fold? Are we getting there?
No.
I want to be there. I want them to think I always have it because I'm an old,
Well, you're getting close.
tight
You're getting
mid.
close. I'm not.
All right.
I still look like a young feller with my cap on.
And that freshly shaven face of
Yeah,
yours.
yeah.
Look like a dadgum baby.
Yeah, if I can stay away from whiskers and anybody seeing my hat, I can get by with it.
I'm pretty sure at this point you'd take some whiskers if they were offered to you.
Hand 31, Trevor. Looking down at Kings under the gun.
Ray.
Hello,
Make it
Cowboys.
85,000.
Miss you in the playoffs, but we like seeing you on a poker table.
Fold. Fold.
So Trevor, big open here, 85,000. Oh, and Essa in a spot again. He's in the big blind with pocket tens, facing that big open from Trevor. Trevor's open a few times, showing that range off, but this time he's loaded with the kings.
Raise.
And he's going to have to make the call once he put in
Yeah.
that big raise and get the bad news.
So Essa does 3-bet from the big blind, and that allows Trevor to just rip it for 405,000. Essa has to make the call.
Going to be looking for a 10. Some cards to make a straight or flush. Suck out on Trevor here.
There's a lot in this pot, all the way up to 855,000.
Spades are live.
All right,
Needs
4
a
pairs
10.
aboard, 10 only here for Essa.
Red 10 only and not going to get it done. Big double up from Trevor. So he now catapults up to 855K. All those light jams and
Yeah.
light raises of his.
Yep,
There you go.
he was navigating those opens, did a little marketing just for this spot right here. Got to open it big with the kings and gets the full double up. Nice job for Trevor, keeping that stack above 200,000, and now it pays off. All the way up to 855,000 now.
Yeah, so just hoping he didn't have an overpair. Of course, the 10s would have beaten any Broadway holdings, but the kings of Trevor are going to get it done there. Not hand, not hand.
And Danny Marks always says that's the exact reason why you try to navigate in that 14, 15x mark to stay above it, so that when you do get that double up, it's for a little more of heaps instead of just 6 blinds.
It's
You know
a little
what I mean?
juicier, right?
Yeah.
Jimmy Pierce, join us. How you doing?
30 to call.
Welcome, welcome. Just hit the hour mark. Got 6 of these fellas left, fighting it out for over 10,000 for first place.
Attention players, we are opening up a brand new 1-2 table on table 10. The following players, if you hear your name, please make your way to the stage at table 10. Andy, J-Lo,
So now in the small blind.
Mo, Max,
Gonna go ahead and make the call.
Heads up.
Trevor with an ace. Thought he smelled something fishy. He's just gonna check it.
Off to the flop we go, 5, 6, 7.
Pretty good flop for that 10-8.
That's a nutter gutter.
Fold.
Open ender.
what I-
Backdoor diamonds, all kinds of stuff,
That's
right?
what I meant.
Yeah.
The nutter move up. Open-ended with the move up. It was fun in the first NFL game today. I heard there was like 0 receivers and offense was struggling, and I hear they're making up for it in this second one, so I'll be anxious to get home.
They certainly are.
Not that you need to go anywhere. We can always record that and watch it later. I guess for this too, we're going to have, what, probably 4,000 people watch this later in the week.
Absolutely.
So shout out to the people on Tuesdays.
Yeah, last week's Saturday tournament, we had over 4,000, almost 5,000 views in just 12 hours. So,
nice.
Those views are getting up there. We really are appreciating all the love we're getting in the chat and online. And a couple of these players loving these hands right here, especially Gray over there with the 2 ladies. My favorite pocket pair. And Trevor wakes up with a couple of ladies of his own.
So Great Daddy over there loving this. I say it, that's a lot of chips. I'm not sure he's loving it or not. But he does make the call. Great Daddy opened it up to start with. Heater put a little money in there. And now Trevor's ripped it for nearly 800,000.
We got red team versus black team here.
We're going to have queens on queens.
4 ladies on the table at once. You'd think it was a party.
Oh, it's a party.
Off to a flop. Ooh, all hearts. Free roll, Trevor.
All hearts on the flop. 8 of diamonds.
Gray's looking for a black card.
7 diamonds. They're all red. What a sweat.
What a sweat.
For Gray. Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness. That is a super sweat for him there. As Trevor was definitely on what we call a free roll. No way to lose that hand after that flop.
That would have been brutal.
It would have been brutal indeed, but they're going to chop that up.
Brutality.
Queens versus queens.
Let's see. I think we had one of those last week, right? Ace-King versus Ace-King
We
violence,
did.
and it 4 flushed? Yeah.
It flopped flush.
Oh, that's what it was, yeah.
Yeah. Our second man out ran into...
That's right. I believe that was hand number 4, I think.
Yeah. That was a dirty, dirty flop last week. So the gentleman, I believe, in the 2 or 3 seat. Mr. Scoots, I'm with you. Me and those Streamlabs gambling points aren't big fans of each other either. I've almost given up.
Scoots, you have 2 more than Eric does. 2.
Raised to 100,000.
All right, Trevor, let's see.
Trevor.
Fold it around to the button where Trevor has 3s.
Got a couple of 3s this time. A little step down from date night with the ladies, but he'll take it.
Able to raise it up there from the button, take down the blind and antes. Six-handed here in tonight's final table of the big one, coming at you from Texas Card House Dallas. Nearly 300 viewers right now. Thank you all for checking in with us live.
Yeah, if you're just tuning in, here's the payouts again. This was the prize pool today, $34,500 off of the $360 buy-in, 115 entries today. And this is the final 6 you're looking at right now.
Final 6, guaranteed $1,585. Still playing for that 10K prize up top.
30,000.
Blinds are up now, 15,000, 30,000 to go. First hand at this level, Andrew looks down at ace, queen of clubs.
Raised. 70,000. Stop.
Andrew opens it up, 70,000 here to go.
He got lit up.
Yeah, can't gamble until you get 10 points. Yeah, it's got to keep on chiming in the chat.
Fold.
Andrew made it 70,000 to go. Folds all the way around to the big blind where Heater has King Jack. So he will defend here.
Heads up.
defending the big blind with King Jack, and he gets a flop of 8, 9, 10. Pretty good flop for Andrew.
Andrew does not want to hit second pair with a queen there. Heater with the gut shot to Broadway.
Call.
It's going to make the call here.
Three of diamonds.
100.
See if Andrew opens it up a little more here, and he does. He goes with a bet of 100,000.
Heater stack has kind of dwindled down a little bit from that 1.5 million. He's got just 620,000. He's going to let it go as that price was just a little too steep to continue. 1/6 of his remaining stack there for a gut shot. Open a prayer there. He'll let it go. Pick another spot. Uncle Bean now is our shorty. $12 big blinds, a little over.
Damn, Detroit got a touchdown. Damn. Go get your buddy in there. What a game.
Yeah, flip it over.
All right, hand 36. Looks like something big happened in the football game. Got the attention of the players here for a moment.
That's a hell of a game. 45 points.
Streamlabs reminding us. Let's get to 150 likes in this stream. I agree.
Raise to 60.
Agree as well. Y'all keep smashing that like button for us.
Call.
For the reverse.
And share this stream with your poker buddies. Let them know that we have a lot of fun here on Saturday nights doing these tournaments.
There we go.
Big tournaments coming up here in the coming weeks that we'll be a part of. But tonight we have these fellas here, final 6, and a nice flop here.
Everyone holding a 10, and we get a flop of ace, 9, 10. That's top 2 for Mr. Heater.
75,000. Fold.
No spade for Gray here. Still going to make the call with bottom pair.
Yeah, bottom pair in a rough spot here, but makes the call from the button. 4 hearts here, a turn.
Heater with the only heart. Got to give his opponent maybe a little bit of a rope here.
Gets a check there on the turn. That gives a little wiggle room for my daddy. Bets. What is that? 115,000.
Yeah, gonna induce.
Heater definitely taking a look on that one, as he's still holding top 2 with the 10 of hearts.
And we know Heater's probably not going anywhere. 2 pair, does have the only heart.
8 of clubs here.
Check.
Checks the river, and my daddy's gonna have to go big, and he does.
He is putting Heater all in.
Heater would be all in here to make the call. He's hating life, but he's got top 2. The squirm is on in the 1 seat.
Yeah, you allow your opponent to make the decisions for you a lot of times when you check. Strong holdings like 2 pair. He's just not loving the spot here.
I have a really strong hand.
Looking up at the blind levels here, 30,000 this level.
Well, these boys are horrible.
I heard him ask if he had a set, maybe. Haven't heard him mention the flush or the straight. Those are definitely on his mind here.
Yeah, I did hear him mention the flush word as well.
Fold.
Fold.
Folds
Peter
and
makes
shows.
the laydown, shows that top two in the muck. And Gray
With the gangster move.
Great daddy over there in the 9 seat.
Getting him off of that hand there. What a bet there.
Gray can breathe again.
Realizing his opponent didn't love either of those cards, turn or river. What a wild hand that was. Top two pair going into the muck.
Yeah, top two in the muck. That leaves Heater in the short stack at 370,000, and that juicy pot there for Gray Daddy, all the way up to 1.7 million now.
Yeah, 10 of hearts in hand. Oof.
I think that was
Tough spot there.
That was a swing spot in the final table right there.
30,000 to call.
Sending two different players in opposite directions. Uncle Bean, he's got a jack and a deuce. That's in the muck.
Great play indeed, Derek.
Yeah, you know what that, when he let out on the turn, it was going to get pretty interesting there on the river.
75,000. Fold.
So Heater's on the button this time, a queen 9 offsuit. He makes it 75,000 to go. And that will get through. Blinds and antes go to him.
Player walked away from the table, probably watching football over there.
Yeah, that's Trevor there in the 4th seat. He's up running around. He's going to try to make it back in time, and does.
Uncle Bean wants to play, but keeps looking down at kind of middling hands there. Just going to let it go. Gray is now up to 1.7 million in chips after that.
Yeah.
Big bluff on the river there.
That big hand between the 1 and the 9, and it sent one player to the shorty stack and one player to the penthouse with a bunch of chips.
85,000.
Andrew's on the button with ace-jack suited. He's made it 85,000 to go. Essa, ace-jack of his own.
Couple of Andrew Jacksons. AJ and AJ, and now Trevor with the king queen. We know he is going to play this hand.
Trevor's got a couple of big old letters. He'll make the call. Let's see a flop. Queen 8-3. Big flop for Trevor here.
Check.
Andrew landing nut flush draw.
150,000.
150 from Trevor, and now Andrew with the spade draw. The nut variety, of course, plus the 1 over.
Counts out the 150. Takes a peek and does make the call.
Bessa just going to let that go out of position. Nothing really for him to do with the ace-jack offsuit here. Ooh.
Jack or clubs on the turn, and that gives Andrew
all in and a call. Not what we expected here. Andrew making the call, needs an ace, jack, or spade.
There we go. Trevor rips it on the turn with his king queen, and you can see Andrew has a lot of outs, but it's just one card to go. Ace, jack, or spade. 7 of diamonds, and that's a big hold for Trevor.
Huge hand there.
And Andrew is actually all in here, so that was the remaining of Andrew's chips. He was at risk, needing an ace, a jack, or a spade to no avail, and Andrew is eliminated in 6th place tonight. Sweet run for Mr. Andrew. He'll take home a prize of $1,585.
Yeah, once he hit that pair, I think it was just the point of no return for him.
My favorite kind of flush draw.
Too much out there, and he gets it in.
You made a good find.
You got the flex right on the turn. You turned it. It's always a good floor, but you the one stacking the chips.
I can't hear what Gray was saying there. They were asking him about.
Round bad anyhow.
I'm gonna put it on straight.
Shoot, my stockings at Christmas were full of tighty whities. I'm good to go for a while.
Wonder you're single.
Another touchdown?
No, I'm just saying it's been back and forth. It's been a good game. I was like, how much longer is this game? Hey, still the first half. Is it? No way.
Yeah, still the first half.
Yeah.
45 points.
That's what I'm like, hey.
Yep, even our poker players at the table talk about football.
That's right.
Because we're in Texas. We're in the South.
Oh, yeah.
We love us football down here.
They're keeping an eye on it.
Trevor going to smash another one. King high there. Pair of kings. Bean and Essa now are our short stacks.
I guess 7 points came from
Both have a little over 11 and 12 big blinds here for our 8-seat and 3-seat. Heater, after that big bluff put on him by Gray, he's down to 445, but Trevor and Gray are our big chip leaders here. 1.75 million for Trevor, 1.7 for Gray. Of course, going by my daddy on the stream tonight. Another friend of his saying, take it down, Gray.
What up, Kendre? Good to see you, Coach.
Dallas's future looks bleak.
Thank you, Trevor, for that reminder that our team here
is in the same division of a
team with a good future ahead of them.
A rookie quarterback and a rookie head coach kind of doing damage here in the playoffs, at least for the first half.
Not a rookie head coach, but a first time for them.
Yes.
We all know about the 28-3 for Dan Quinn.
Yep.
But he's still a heck of a coach.
Call.
All right, battle of suited Broadway cards here.
Here we go. Essa raised it up in the cutoff.
King 8.
My daddy defends from the big blind with that suited Queen 8 of hearts. Pardon me, Queen 6.
Check. Check.
Check on that big flop.
Hearts are live.
Would have been easy to represent that big range here. Instead, Great Daddy picks up hearts on the turn.
And Gray's going to take that one down.
Points in an entire game this year. I'm fairly certain it's the case.
This is our final 5. Out of 115 entries today, $350 buy-in. We had over $34,500 in our prize pool. With all the stuff going on, just an hour away, WSOP, we still managed to have 115 entries in this sucker. Another tournament going on right now. What'd you say there was in the afternoon tournament?
Still the place to be. 129 entries in the afternoon tournament. $175 deeper stack.
Heck yeah.
They're down to the final 26, still playing for that 5,330 up top.
Good stuff. Damn near 300 entries between two tournaments today
everywhere.
at TCH Dallas.
As great as these weekly tournaments are, don't forget they're changing a little bit next week when the Trailblazer Tour comes to town. So those events will be rocking and rolling, outstanding as well.
Yeah, schedule is up. Nice flyer and poster is up when you walk into either of our rooms advertising the full schedule for the Trailblazer Tour. Definitely check that out when you walk in the room or open up your phone or computer and get on Texas Card House's website. check out the Trailblazer schedule.
Ooh, a little interesting flop here for Gray Daddy as he raised it up with Jack-9, got the big blind to defend, and then he flops a flush.
He could let Heater try to hit something here. Hoping he did.
He'll need out here on the turn.
Heater's got a double gutter that we know is deader than a doornail.
Trying to get some sort of money in that pot, but to no avail.
Gonna let it go. It's nice when you flop a flush there. But your opponent doesn't have anything, and so you don't get paid, but he will continue to chip up. He's now at 187. So he's trying to 187 the other players at this table. 3 shorties now, Heater, Uncle Bean, and Essa.
Here we go, Trevor and Great Daddy taking control of this thing.
I'll say, what's the end? 52.
They said
42 was the record?
no, it was 42. No, 42 and a quarter.
I think of all the times I have dealt to Trevor,
So 6 touchdowns in the quarter.
I pretty much split it and how I greet him and say Trevor or Trevor. And he's always so gracious. He never corrects
Race
me.
to 60.
And I keep doing that tonight. So I apologize to Trevor.
It's all right, we're gonna get it right.
Yeah, well, about half the time. I think that's how about. That's what I'm rolling tonight.
All right, Essa is gonna go all in, 275,000. Gray had put in a raise on the button with a suited Jack-8.
So you can see here, Gray just min-clicked it to 60,000, putting a little pressure on those blinds. Now the big blind has woken up and shipped all in for 275,000.
Yeah, even with a suited Jack-8 here, he's only got about 33% equity, so.
Yes, sir.
Knows his cards are probably live.
So yeah, a little, still over 9 eggs here from Essa. So you're looking at almost 8 more blinds to call here.
He's got those calling chips ready. He's going to have
So
to get
close.
lucky.
He knows it.
All right,
He
makes a
know-
good fold, disciplined fold.
He knows it's somewhat close, but a little steep for that price. So Essa's able to put that through.
Milo onto Wilson says, let's go, Gray. Made a good lay down there. Of course, we don't know what was going to come out, but let it go. Just min-clicked there on the button. 9X
Yeah,
from
actually-
seat 3, and he's just going to let it go.
Perfectly played by both players. And that's the reason the min-click puts so much pressure on those short stacks at a final table. And when they do wake up with a hand, you don't necessarily have to call like if you were opening for 3X or 3.5X.
Heater waking up with a pair and a short stack and doing what you do. Gonna rip it. 44 Magnum.
Yeah, and Heater's got a little more than Essa did in the last hand.
Yeah, Gray's gonna continue to try to put some pressure on with that big
Absolutely.
stack, but just happen to run into a couple of jam-worthy hands for 2 of the shorter stacks. And again, just min-click is plenty to find out where you're at.
Yeah.
No need to risk extra chips and then have to fold to those players. So, like the sizing there.
Yeah, and you're not allowing them to steal any blinds either. When they do move, they've got to move, right? They're having to earn it.
Confrontations saying the Jack-8 suited always wins. Well,
Right.
when I have it on a cash table, I'm going to let you play it for me.
No kidding.
75.
But that's the truth.
It definitely gives me a lot of hope.
Cash tables, optimistically terrible.
Call.
It usually goes from hope to nope real quick.
Tournament, yeah, you can call 9X. You're going to knock somebody out. I'm with you. Confrontations. All right, we got a fun hand brewing up here. Heater's in the cutoff. He raised it up to 75,000 with his ace-jack of clubs. Trevor, in the small blind, he will
Make the call.
make the call with ace-9 of diamonds. 6, 7, 9.
Uncle Bean getting off easy there. Folds the big blind. Would have hit top pair as well. But outkicked by Trevor.
How much will this be here? Heater does continue.
Rips
And
it.
Trevor check raises. All in.
Gets a little smirk from Heater, who's got 2 overs and a backdoor flush draw. Just 19% equity. Feels like that's not enough to let it go. Trevor has been captain top pair tonight.
All right, we're up this
See his
hand.
flop top pair
20, 40, and 40.
several times and just ships it, gets it done.
Yeah, blinds are getting up there pretty steep now.
40, 40, yes, sir.
Yeah, blinds have moved up again. 20,000, 40,000 now the level. Of course, with that 40,000 big blind ante.
So our 3-seat, our 1-seat, and our 8-seat getting close to the danger zone. Gonna have to find some hands to get a double up here pretty quick.
A lot of people on the group watching.
I don't know. Yeah, I didn't see anybody text me.
I think
All right.
Heater's probably gonna go with this one here, the ace-queen.
Heater's under the gun with ace queen off.
I don't know if it could be, Tom.
He is well below that 10x mark.
Raise to 75. Raise to 80, rather.
I like that.
There you go. Just goes with the min click here.
I knew the girls will like that too.
Uncle Bean going, oh, I got 2 Broadway cards.
Uncle Bean does make the call.
Heads up.
Just a call. We'll see a flop. So Heater raised it up here and leaves himself with 255,000 behind. We get a flop that's all
Check.
spades, 9, 4, 6.
Check.
A little rough for that red ace queen of Heater.
Wow.
4th spade on the turn.
Check.
Give us a spade on the river one time, dealer. Hey, he
Spade.
does. Let's chop it up, maybe.
Check. Check. Showdown.
And they're going to check it through all those spades, scared everybody.
Couple of frustrated faces, but yep.
Nice hand.
Nice hand, well played, fellas. Couple of short stacks. Chipping a chair, hoping a prayer. Checking it down to the river. Flush for both. All right, couple of new players. Yes, it is Trevor.
You know the song we're
Hidalgo.
You know the song that I'm supposed to sing on that hand.
Trevor's been on a lot of our final tables, and we do our best.
Flush on the board, flush
to
on the
butcher
board. Looking
his
like
name.
a fool with your flush on the board. I know that's your favorite.
No, that was a terrible song, RJ, and I hope you never sing it in my ear ever again.
Starting stack size is the
A
big
couple
blind.
folks tuning in from some of those other streaming apps. Shout out to y'all Twitchers and Kickers and Xers.
That's right.
Make one of these final tables one of these days.
Oh, I will. Yeah.
You will, right?
All right, folds around to the button. Uncle Bean with pocket 4s.
He says, I remember when I was 44.
That's enough for him. He's going to rip it.
That was a good year for me. Rip City.
All in, and he has, what is that, 8.5 blinds or so?
Yep.
So that could bring the ace in play here from Gray.
All in.
Not just ace in play, it's going to
He's
bring
going
the
to
ace
rip it.
big time in play.
So he wants to isolate with that ace, take a shot here.
Couple of 4s versus the ace deuce of Gray.
Yeah, 4s are in a pretty good spot with that deuce kicker for Gray.
Uncle Bean, a.k.a. Danny, at risk here. He's all in with the pocket 4s.
5, 6, 8. Pretty good flop for fours here.
How about a straight?
Oh.
Needs to dodge a 4 or a 9 now.
Deuce on the river, and fours will make a straight and double up for Uncle Bean, Mr. Danny.
Mr. Danny with the double up, with the double bean.
Needed it and found it.
Yes, sir. All right, Scoots was wanting to know, and we'll shout it out too. Give us a little shout out where you're watching from. I know we got some Oklahomies watching.
Yeah.
We're here in Dallas, Texas. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for.
It's always fun when the Oklahomies come checking in. My hometown, Mustang, Oklahoma, of course.
Yeah, with my stack, that's all I can do right there.
But I'm chilling down here in Dallas with my man Eric.
Oh yeah, 347 viewers currently, so let us know where you are watching from. Bound to be some folks somewhere more interesting than the booth that you and I are in.
Right? Although it's a lovely place, lovely. 20,000, 40,000 the level. We are on hand 47 of tonight's final table.
Turkey in the house, let's go. Eat some good food over there. Turkish food is the bomb.
All right.
Jeremy rocking from Austin, Texas.
Gray Daddy on the button with suited canooders, 7-8 of spades. He's gonna find resistance here. Essa has 285,000 again, and he has ripped it with Big Slick.
AK from California, Timothy from Iowa. Let's go. Gray thinking about making a call here with the suited canooter.
Yeah.
Call.
60-40 here, fair
I was
fight.
gonna say this time it's a little easier than that jack he raised with earlier. 60-40, S is at risk.
Oh, wow, what a
big
flop.
here
Open-ended
for
straight
everyone.
flush draw.
You could see the outs there, open-ended straight flush for Sir Gray,
Oh,
and a
he's got-
spade on the turn, but it's an ace, so the board is
Trip
paired.
aces, trip aces. He's going to have to get another one. No.
3 of hearts, big old brick, so the 7-8 of spades will make a flush, and that will knock out
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
the ace, king, and Essa.
Trip aces, just the wrong ace for Essa, and Essa is going to be eliminated.
No small blind this
Fifth
in
place.
fifth place. Going to take home $1,930 for his efforts today, finishing 5th out of 115. Great job, Essa.
Great job, buddy.
Always plays in our tournaments and
Plays a lot of them.
makes a lot of deep runs.
I visited with Essa quite a few times. Got to play with him the other day when we were in the money and still multi-tables and stuff, but we got to visit a little bit and always have a good time hanging out with Essa. Nice run, buddy.
Absolutely. All right, we've got Pensacola, Florida. We got Connecticut.
Look at these places coming in.
Richard A. chiming in from Sweden. We got Colorado Springs, Cumberland Plateau, Tennessee. Of course, Jedi rocking the great capital in the state of Texas,
I
ATX.
think I played against the Cumberland U.
Bruno let us know that
Baseball
he came
team.
from his mother, not a stork.
It's not my mother, Joe Mama. Ha!
Shout out to your mom,
Yeah,
Mr. Bruno. Sure, she is a great lady. Shout out to all the moms out there.
All the moms. Mamas make the world go around.
Yes, they do.
Take care of your mama, folks.
All right, heater now on the extreme short stack. He's going to be under the gun here in our 1 seat.
Rick Naismith checking in from Ontario, Canada. He's a 38-year-old female. Or something. Uncle Bean's got 3s. We are 4-handed now.
And let's see what he can wake up with. A 7-4, a double down hand. Wrong game, though. Ontario, Canada in the house. Matt T want to know, will there be any special streams for the Trailblazer? Well, we have the 2 big tournaments that we will definitely be streaming, but next Tuesday, actually, this coming Tuesday, not related to the Trailblazer, but we will have a 5-card Big O stream. We've got Greg Vale, a famous book writer for the high-low poker variety. You can check him out on Twitter, X, whatever they call it these days, Facebook. He's written some books. They're going to do a 5-card high-low stream this Tuesday night. He's going to be here in the booth with me talking a little high-low strategy. So an opportunity for you guys and gals who just stick to Hold'em and maybe dabble a little bit in maybe some mixed games or PLO to learn Big O, or Congress as they call it here, 5-card high-low variety this Tuesday night. Check it out.
95.
Panama City, Florida in the house. God, I'd love to be there right now, even if it's
a couple
cooler.
Floridians in the house tonight, checking in with us.
Javor with the Jack 10, going to take down a hand. And we're going to have an under the gun here for Heater. Hand number 50. Could this be the spot for him to rip it in here? Short stack.
Well, Lake of Florida also in the chat.
Go Bills, he says. Indeed. Bills Mafia. Definitely a group I'd like to hang out with one day.
Right? They get crazy. They get crazy and support their crew.
Trevor with the big stack now, 2 million. Going to put some pressure on. Suited 1-gapper. Pressure means nothing, though, when you wake up with the Redbirds. Uncle Bean waking up with the 2 aces.
So it's 85,000 to go from the button. Uncle Bean in the small blind here with aces.
And notice not an instant jam here. He's got 600,000.
Race to 285.
Makes it 285.
Fold. Fold.
There you go.
285 takes it down.
Gave his opponent a little look there. Didn't need to show the hand, just said, I had it, buddy.
It is what it's supposed to be.
All right, so Heater is now going to have 80,000 of that 275 at risk.
We're gonna need you to leave. You're bringing him too much luck.
No, you stay right there. That's my nephew.
He ain't lost a hand since you've been standing there. He's showing out.
No wonder he's going by Uncle Bean. He's got his nephew in the house watching him. Well, that's exciting.
Very nice.
Great to have some family members in the house rooting on their uncle.
Waverly, New York checking in the chat.
You need to cheer out loud.
Just go Raiders.
Be a real rail. Cheer out loud. Cheer, yeah.
Just win, baby, as Al Davis would say.
So Florida's rooting for the Bills, and New York's rooting for the Raiders. Out of control. All right, Trevor opens it up again here. He's under the gun when 10-9.
That's my nephew.
Corey to Wiseman says, get him, Bean. Trevor, they're going to take down another hand. Really using that stack to his advantage. Heater now under 200K. Less than 5 big blinds. But he has leveled up, though.
Level up.
Big pay jumps are coming.
Yeah, I got up to a pretty good stack there, what, 8 or 9-handed, then kind of dwindled down to where he had to grind a bit, but finds himself in the final 4 here. Still hanging on to 785,000 over there.
Corey chiming in from Horn Lake, MISSIPPI, Mississippi.
There we go.
Yeah. I feel see service at all.
Getting a lot of the states represented tonight in a few countries. Love to see it.
Absolutely. Some of the best chatters and fans out there make this job feel like it's not a job. RJ and I love coming back every week to do this. A lot of fun.
80,000 from the pocket fours here on the button. Trevor will defend the men raise with Jack 9.
Of course, these two other players are hoping these two will tangle and maybe one will knock the other one out. Two big stacks going to battle here. And Trevor going to outflop Gray here. Check, check, though.
Check.
Yeah, these two are in an interesting spot where you really don't want to overplay too much right now. Going against your opponent with massive stack, as you two have,
Get a penalty if you look at.
what, 70, 75% of the chips in play right now.
Ooh, just missed it by one there with a 5. It goes check, check, and Trevor is going to take this down. Pot of 340,000 with just third pair. All right, Heater is on the button. We're going to root for our short stack.
There you go. Shorty made it through the blinds there, but wasn't able to pick up much, so he's down to 175,000. It is just a little over 4 blinds remaining here for Heater. Berkeley in the chat has been relocated from Buffalo, about 10 miles from the stadium. Who knows a little something about that lake effect snow?
There's only 17 S's in Mississippi, Jedi, all right? Sometimes we like just using 2 of them. Sometimes we say 4, you know. A lot of P's in there, too.
All right, Heater's got Jack 10 on the button. He's able to rip it. He's all in for 175,000. Gets over to Uncle Bean.
He's like, dadgummit, I got a 9-4 offsuit.
He's got some rags, but it is.
He doesn't look like a 49er fan, but he may have to make this call with 4-9 offsuit.
About 3.5 more blinds to call here.
I'm afraid I'd want to fold.
He does make the call, 9-4 offsuit against Mr. Heater, Jack 10.
You are live.
Heater's at risk here, trying to avoid the 9 or 4. Ace, 3, 5.
Now he's got to avoid a lot.
Big flop for the rags. Club will take it, a deuce will take it, or a 9 or 4.
Club deuce 9-4.
That's a bunch.
Going to a river. 6. He gets 1 cards to hit.
Fades the world here, and Heater will get the double up. That'll put him up to about 410,000.
Dodging bullets, baby.
So now he's up to 10 blinds.
That was a fun one.
That was wild.
Yeah, the 9-4 off, not looking good pre-flop. That flop couldn't have been any more advantageous to the 9 of clubs and, what, 4 of hearts, I think it was. All club flop, all wheel cards, and couldn't get there. Heater is going to still stick around.
So that big miss there for Uncle Bean, that puts him down around 560,000. So he's going to be running pretty short here as well.
Malaz, this is live. We're on about a 15-minute delay, so we are with you guys.
I am here.
As it happened 15 minutes ago.
Welcome to the chat, Malaz.
Call.
All right, Heater raises it up, that suited King 6. Trevor has called. Uncle Bean running short over there himself, looks down at an ace, but it's with that stinking deuce.
Heads up.
Big flop here for the King 6 of spades.
All in.
All in. Trevor with top pair going to make the call.
All in and a call. All right, Heater's got a king high flush draw. Trevor's got top pair.
Heater needs a king. Still wouldn't be out of the woods. A spade would do it, though. Needs a king or a spade.
No help with the 7. No help with a red deuce, and Heater will be eliminated here. Trevor's queen 9 knocks out the king high flush draw, and Heater finishes here in, what is that, 4th place.
Yeah, big pay jump there from 5th to 4th. Great job for Heater. Gonna take home $2,500, 4th place out of 115 entries today.
$2,500. Now we're talking real money. That is a nice payday for today's effort. 4th place finish. Awesome job, Heater.
Yeah, next man out is gonna get 38.30 and a big jump to 63.80, and then the biggest jump, of course,
that's right,
first place, 10,350.
We start talking real cheese now from this $360 buy-in. Nearly 4K for the next one. 7 and some change in the middle, and 10K up top.
Yeah, GG's, Heater. Great job.
When you have done that, call him blind like that.
Blind? Yeah. I think for what it was, blind.
Yeah, it's like 130,000 or something.
The cash game you qualified committed.
Down to 3. 350 y'all watching. We're just about to hit the 2-hour mark.
So yeah, as we're 3-handed now, trying to close out the big tournament, Texas Card House Dallas.
Uncle Bean got some work to do.
Here's a look at those chip stacks. Chip leader in the 4th seat, that's Trevor. Going by My Daddy is Mr. Gray in the 9th seat. He's got 1.4 million. Uncle Bean over there in the 8th seat. He's short stacking it right now. 550,000.
He's on the button though. Now would be the time to wake up with something. Action. No, I'm sorry. He is actually in the big blind. The button is going to be on Gray there.
Yep, 3-handed. The button will go first.
Race to 120.
4 with a couple of 3s. Danny waking up with an ace. Short stacked. You don't love the 6. But you're 3-handed and you have an ace. Rip City.
He's all in. Corey in the chat says Mr. Bean needs to double up. He heard you. He's ripping it. All in for 510,000.
And Trevor has a pair, 3-handed. Hard to get a pair. Makes the call indeed.
There you go. Trevor does make the call. He'll have the best of it for the moment. 54-46 in equity here.
Fair fight here. Pocket 3s versus the ace-6.
Uncle Bean at risk. 3-handed, needs a double up.
Off to a flop. All hearts.
Deuce all hearts. Mr. Bean's got that ace of hearts over there.
Oh, and there it goes.
And bingo, bango finds it. That's a flush
That
for
is
Uncle
a
Bean.
flush. The nut variety from Mr. Uncle Bean.
I'm getting back in the game.
Says I'm back in the game now. He's got 1.1 million. He is indeed back in the
There you
game.
go, 1.1. We'll get you back in it.
Much tighter race now. Trevor still has almost half the chips at the table. But Gray has 1.4 million, and now Uncle Bean just under 1.1 million.
Yeah, so roughly there's about 4.4 million of chips in play here.
Race to 125.
Over 3x here from Trevor. Easy fold for the Bean.
The old 9-3 offsuit, no fun.
No matter how many times you peek through those glasses, it's still a ugly 9 triz. 8-7 wants to see a flop though.
There you go. Gray's ready to defend his big blind.
Will not be pushed around.
8-7 off. 7/8's open-ended, and so is Queen Jack.
200,000.
Might we see some chaos here?
Big boy open-ender versus the smaller open-ender.
Facing a pretty big bet here. 310,000 was out there. Trevor comes out with 200,000.
Raise.
Gray's going to raise it up. Check raise here.
I think we got a quick call from Trevor, wasting no time. And Uncle Bean says, yeah, you guys get out. I'll just sit over here and
yeah, buddy,
ladder up.
This pot's ballooned up to 1.2 million while Uncle Bean's just watching.
Boom.
Jack of hearts on the turn. That's going to make a straight here for Gray.
And open ender for Trevor.
And the two big stacks are hooking it up.
Oh, nice.
Oh my goodness.
He's not dead though. 8 or a king.
Nearly 2.8 million in this pot. Gray going by my daddy has bottom into the straight facing Queen Jack.
Oh,
Jack on the river. Trevor will have trips, but not enough to beat Gray's straight here. And this pot's going to be massive.
yeah, and that is going to put Trevor from the big stack down to our shorty and under $1 million in chips, just like that. What a hand.
What a wreck. Big hand alert here in hand 57.
Absolutely. Gray hitting one of those cards that Trevor had in his hand, not once, but twice.
Whew.
Bink, bink.
He's stuck back there. Sure.
Very nice hand, though, and Uncle Bean is kind of watching over there going, yeah, you guys just get after it.
Yeah, having no problems.
Keep laddering up. Again, next guy out is going to get 38.30, but it goes up to 63.80, and then, of course, the 10,350 for first place. So a lot still to play for here. These guys don't have any quit in them. The C word has not been used. So we are going to play this sucker out.
I'm pretty confident that it will not be used with some of our players
at all
here tonight. Big pot there for Mr. Gray, my daddy, now the chip leader, 2.79 million. Uncle Bean in the middle now with 1.04 million. Trevor still with 770,000. So massive pot there. Leaves Trevor with enough chips over there, but he's going to be the bottom dweller for now.
Where I always have trouble and need more.
You need to reach that end of that book.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good. That's where a lot of good information.
What book was you in so I can learn? I got in a group to
Uncle Bean has an ace and a fake ace.
Ace 4 on the button, three-handed. What does Uncle Bean think of this?
Position and an ace three-handed. Sounds like a raise, and it is.
Raising it up like a boss.
Yeah.
All right.
All in.
Trevor's
wow.
going to rip it. He's got pocket jacks. Uncle Bean makes the call.
Uncle Bean going for the knockout here, but Trevor with the big pair.
Diamonds.
And yeah, and he's still got 730,000 here, so this will cripple Uncle Bean if it does not bink. He does find a 4 on this flop, giving him a couple more outs. Jacks are still good. Going to need an ace or 4.
3.
3 will make a wheel.
No.
10 of clubs makes nothing. Jacks hold.
Jacks hold all those extra outs, but to no avail for Uncle Bean, as he's now crippled and Trevor is back in action.
So yeah, even after losing that massive pot to Gray, it still left him with 17 or 18 blinds, I think, and that was plenty to work with. So now he's doubled up. He's back up to 1.5 million himself. And that will leave Uncle Bean pretty short. Let's see what he's left with over there. He's going to have 310,000, so definitely in danger zone over there. Now below 8 blinds.
I ain't calling an ace 3.
And oh, by the way, you're in the big blind. So 2 of those blinds now in the pot.
Yeah, you heard the 8 seat there. Uncle Bean just says, I ain't folding ace, three-handed.
50-50.
Going to go for it.
Yeah, you'd like to maybe have a little bit better kicker there, but, you know, guy had jacks. What do you do?
Yeah. Yeah, three-handed. They wake up with big old pair of letters over there. You're in trouble, but so be it.
Yeah, you beat all the king-high type of holdings, queen-high type of holdings, but unfortunately he just ran into the aces there. I mean, the jacks there.
And
Trevor now taking the same line. He's got the ace three-handed. He's going to put the pressure on Uncle Bean. Uncle Bean, though, is just like, well, what the heck? Maybe my cards are live. See, 38% equity here.
I'll wait. I got a couple. I had 9-3 suited. I just figured I had live calls.
All right, rep this hand.
I knew you was definitely ahead. 9-3 of spades.
Down to just 4 big blinds and some change, 230K
This one.
for Uncle Bean.
I don't want to be blind again because I'm going to have an ante over there. Doubled up on.
three-handed here tonight in hand 60. The bigger one, Texas Card House Dallas.
Trevor's going to fold on the button. Uncle Bean waking up with a 6 deuce of diamonds. Yeah, would have run into a dominating hand of gray there, ace-6. He's got the button now. Last free hand for Uncle Bean. 4 big blinds.
Somebody in the chat earlier was asking us for the over-under tonight on how many hands we're going to get.
81.5 is what.
Is that what somebody said? Okay,
we
yeah,
were
that's good.
81. So we're looking
It's
good.
It's usually around 80. So yeah, 81.5.
We've gone 200 before though.
I know. I'm just talking about the chat over-under. It's usually around that
87,
80, 82,
yeah,
somewhere in that
111.
neighborhood. Yeah.
Candace is watching.
Yeah.
Candace.
Yeah.
Uncle Bean,
Okay.
I think he can do better than a 4 deuce offsuit.
Yeah. I tell you, he's
texted me straight to me.
since he's gotten left with 6 blinds, he has looked at some
Said I'm watching Uncle Bean online
dogs
right now.
over there, and he's holding out. He's going to be the big blind this next one.
All right, blinds, ante.
All right, here it is, boys. Here it is.
The blind level has gone up just a bit from his last big blind. It's 25,000, 50,000 now.
Yeah, he's going to have 100,000, half his stack committed. So he's going to be going with this hand regardless.
Hopefully they both go in.
He says, hopefully they'll both be going in with me and I can triple up.
Small blind.
Well, we'll root on our shorty again as we've done all night long, rooting on those short stacks. Good luck, Uncle Bean. Danny boy.
There you go. Gray looks down at King 4. So that's enough to min click it to 100. Trevor will make the call.
Okay.
Uncle Bean in there.
Wow, and he did wake up with better than deuce 4. He wakes up with 3-4.
Ay, ay, ay.
Goodness gracious.
Call.
He's dominated by the K4 of gray, and Trevor has 2 overs, of course.
Where's the button?
Button's right
Right
here.
here.
First out.
Carl G for 1 limit.
Yeah, Trevor is first to act here. Uncle Bean is all in.
Check.
Trevor's already checked.
Check.
Queen 10-6, 2 diamonds. Ace on the turn.
Needs a 3 to survive.
8 of clubs here on the river, and that'll give Trevor the win for the pot. He will scoop up about 360,000 in profit, and Uncle Bean will finish tonight's tournament in 3rd place outlasting 112 entries. That'll get him a prize of 3,830 smackaroos. Nice job, Uncle Bean.
Yeah, excellent job, Danny. When his Uncle Bean had his nephew in the room watching, probably playing some cards as well. Love seeing that. People have their family railing
That's
out
right.
there.
Some big blind.
And of course, Danny, one of the favorites here at Texas Card House Dallas. There's a lot of people rooting for him.
So I'm big blind? Small.
All right, here's the most fun part for you dealers, right? Dealing a heads-up battle.
Heads up.
Moving that button back and forth, back and forth. And number 63, we're down to Trevor and Gray. Who's going to take home that 2025 TCH tournament winner token and $10,000? It's going to be one of these two fine gentlemen, and Trevor waking up already with a nice suited ace, two-handed.
Here we go, and yeah, these two know how to open it up from their buttons, so could be in for a show here if either one of these guys get going.
Yeah, I'd like to see pretty much every button have an open, regardless of what the cards are. These players are both with a lot of chips, 2 million plus.
SBR for 150.
Running 3 times right now.
More shout outs for Gray in the chat. On the screen there, he's going by My Daddy, just to pick on us here in the booth.
No raise though, just a call here. The dusty hands are gonna go to a flop.
Check. Bet 50. Fold.
Gray gonna bet position, and his pair of fours there take it down. All right, who do y'all have? We've got the battle between Trevor and Gray.
So we got to heads up here in hand 63. Gray with the first chip advantage in heads up play. Not by a ton. So Trevor limps there, and Gray raises, able to take it down from the big blind. Heads up play, the button, of course, the small blind. So the button goes first.
I'm sure you won't be too upset with that.
But not, yeah, couldn't believe that first. He gonna give me this pot, but he said I can get all the whites.
Option.
So Gray does limp this button here with
Call.
the old suited mumbler.
Trevor with the ace, gonna raise it up. And quick call.
King 10-7, 2 clubs, only one diamond here for Gray.
Love seeing it. Don't have to smash the flop to put out a bet and take that down. 371 of y'all joining us on a Saturday night. Division round in the NFL, a lot of football stuff going on. Choctaw's got the WSOP going on, but you guys and gals are hanging out with us.
Hello, TCH Livers.
Thank you so much. We are down to a heads-up battle between our 4-seat Trevor and our 9-seat Mr. Gray, a.k.a. My Daddy. He's made us call him that tonight, and we're going to give him some hell for that. But he's made it to the final 2 of 115 entries, so he deserves to be called whatever the heck he wants today.
Call. Option.
Hard to be anybody's daddy, though, with the 4-deuce offsuit.
Right? He went from the mumbler to the mumbler's little brother, 4-deuce now.
Check.
Let's hit a pair of 4s,
Bet 100.
but Trevor has a pair of 8s. Deuce would be deadly.
9 of hearts here.
Goes check, check. Another 4. And just like that, you become a daddy when you hit trip 4s.
Trips on the river help. And Trevor still holding that 8 over there, able to make the call, and Gray picks up nice profit there.
Yeah, he's going, dadgummit, couldn't you hit the deuce? Well, if you are down in Austin, tomorrow is your last shot, 10 p.m. tonight, or tomorrow, I should say, to get into the launch into the new year, 100K guarantee, $200 buy-in. Jump in that sucker. If you happen to play more than one flight and you bag in both, you can bring your 2 bags.
Bring them both?
Bring them both. Add them up together.
Just 2.
Really awesome tournament they're doing there. It's going to go into a day 2 on Monday. So Austin folks, get over to TCH Social tomorrow. Fire at that sucker.
Raise. Make it 100. Call.
All right, suited big cards this time.
Bet. Check.
Either player landing a pair here.
Bet 75.
Yeah, some fun holdings here on this hand. Suited queen, not a terrible hand to play, heads up. Easy to defend from the button raise.
Gray gonna get it done though. Now he's chipped up to 3 million. So got almost a 3-to-1 chip lead here. Hand number 69. 2 of our finest battling it out. 10K up top. A nice little 6,800 though. Gonna go to our second place finisher. These are the final 2 out of 115 players today, RJ. Pretty nice run.
Nice run. Gotta love it. Here all day, find yourself heads up for heaps of cash. Gotta love it.
Gray waking up with a nice pair here.
Raise.
And Trevor opens from the button with another suited queen. Gray's got pocket 9s. Very strong hand, heads up. Yeah, started this hand with just over 2-to-1.
Yeah, math's a little off today.
Queen 10-4 on the flop. Trevor lands top pair.
275.
He's gonna bet, and Trevor is gonna jam on him.
And that will make things a little closer to levels. There was plenty of meat on that rabbit.
Very bad luck, very bad luck.
And now we are almost even. Yeah, thanks in the chat there, beep beep. Every now and then, math gets a little off.
I thought about correcting him beep beep, but I was glad I didn't have to, so well
there you
done.
go.
Raise. Go to 100. Call.
All right, a king on the button, so he'll raise it up. Trevor, queen high again, this time not suited. Queen 3-4, Trevor banging the flop again with top pair.
Bet 200. Fold.
And gets a fold from Gray real quick there.
Attention players, we're opening up a new wants to know their table. On table 11, if you hear your name, please make your way. There is W, Lisa T, Jill K, GG, Jordan H. Please make your way to table 11 for a brand new one.
This is the one everybody's waiting for, though. All those folks that are playing up in Oklahoma at the WSOP, they're going to be back in town. People from all over the state and actually all over the country are going to come in town to Dallas for the Trailblazer Poker Tour starting on the 21st. highlighted by the $1 Million Guaranteed Tournament that's going to finish it off February 3rd. 21 events through both locations, Dallas and Las Colinas. Hope to see some of y'all there. RJ and I will be definitely around the room.
That's right.
Hopefully commentating some final tables. Maybe we'll be playing on them.
We'll be commentating, maybe dealing, maybe playing.
It's going to be a good time, though, and the cash games are always off the hook when a big tournament's in town. So definitely come out and join us starting next week.
Bet 100.
We're going to smash a pair there and bet, take it down.
Trevor has hit all these flops since we've gone to heads up here.
Yeah, absolutely smashing flops. Gray being patient, though.
Yep, just chilling over there like, when are my flops coming?
Raj for one to yellow. Or one to orange.
There are times when heads-up matches can get a little stale, and we've had our share where it's a lot of check, check, check all the way down. But we're wanting to see these guys battle, and we're getting it so far.
100.
I'd like to see them fight for every pot. King 3-6.
Bet 100.
Position gonna bet, take it down.
There you go. And that Trevor keeps getting that old queen high over there. That may be the first time that Gray's been able to beat it.
I'll take that.
Hand 73 here tonight. Down to our final two heads up action. The bigger one, Texas Card House Dallas.
Eight deuce on the button. He's going to let it go.
Hey, Dewey in the muck.
Queen 6. So Gray has that Chuck Taylor high top sneaker as his card protector.
Yeah.
It's green.
It
You
is
think green is his favorite color? Or do you think he's got maybe different colors he goes with? Or does he always bring the green one? Is there something to that card protector? The green Chuck Taylor.
I'm not familiar with it. I have seen it before. I know he's had it before, but I couldn't tell you the story.
It's definitely unique. I love seeing players come in with some unique card protectors.
Yeah, it's funny. In the cash games, I really don't even think about having one, but in the tournaments, I do enjoy having one around.
We had the queens versus queens. Trevor had the red ones that time. He's got the red ones again, but no resistance as the 6-deuce offsuit quickly goes into the muck.
Yeah, and Gray just limping there, finding a fortunate spot to just sneak in a limp.
Red. 125.
Trevor with an ace here, able to raise it up on the button. 125 to go. King 4 diamonds for Gray. He'll see a flop. Ace on the flop, no diamonds.
Check.
Ace 6-8.
Bet 150.
Smashing another flop, taking it down. Who's it going to be, RJ? We got 2 men left.
Man, I got to stay with my Oklahoma. Just because I know Gray from
Two-man
many,
enter,
many moons ago.
One-man leave. Who is going to be the one man to leave? You're going with Gray.
He'll be mad at me if I don't pick him.
So I'm going Team Trevor. You heard it here. Team Trevor, Sleazy E, and RJ picking his Oklahoma over there, Mr. Gray.
Check. Bet 50. Call.
Top pair here for Gray.
Check.
Well, these two have had some fun holdings. We're hitting flops anyway.
Check, check. Oh, wow.
Jack ball on the river. That's a straight Broadway for Trevor.
Broadway for Trevor. Just 350 out there right now.
150. Calls 150.
Bet and a call.
Straight.
And Gray's just left shaking his head here. As Trevor seems to be making the hands here. Heads up.
Yep, Gray had that 2-1 lead, and it is now gone the other way. Trevor now with 2.76 milli, and Gray with 1.84.
Yeah, so this is pretty much the full swap in chip stacks as Gray come in with about 2.8, I believe, when we entered heads up. So we got the full swap here. $350 viewers right now watching from all over the platforms.
Raise.
Thanks for checking in with TCH Live tonight. I'm RJ Dupree with Eric Van Loozen. We are heads up.
Call.
Nine, 5 deuce, 2 spades.
Trevor smashing another flop. Top pair.
Top pair here again for Trevor.
Call.
Eight of spades here.
Double gutty.
Check.
3 of clubs, a river here. Check, check on that turn might induce some action here. Indeed it does. Gray is reaching.
Bet and a call.
Bet and a call.
Top pair is going to be good.
Top pair again for Trevor, and another big pot with that top pair. About 1.2 million in that one. And now Trevor has 95% of all the big chips in play, leaving Gray with a bunch of white chips over there.
And I can now say it almost 3-1.
Now it's about 3-1, getting close.
2.8-ish.
So yeah, that leaves Gray with 1.2 million over there. Trevor up to nearly 3.4, so that is a large chip advantage now for Trevor. 10 high suited for Gray, 10-3 of diamonds.
Yes, 100. Call.
Gray able to raise it up. We'll see a flop, 3-9-4. He's got a pair.
Check.
And Trevor is open-ended here.
Call.
So he raised it up with 10-3 of diamonds. Trevor open-ended. 8 of spades.
Check.
Oh, hello.
7 ball on the river, and that's a straight for Trevor. Trevor.
Bet.
Trevor is going to lead out.
400. Fold.
And a fold. What a river card. He is running hot.
He is running fire emoji over there in seat 4. Another made hand heads up. And that is crippling Gray. He's down to around $1 million now. Started heads up with about 2.8 million. Now that's really, really close to 3.6 to 1.
Yeah, Trevor's really taken over this final table. Cards have been going his way, smashing flops, making made hands.
Yeah, another nice hand here on the button, king, queen offsuit. Love to see that heads up.
175.
Makes it 175.
Yeah, nothing you can do but fold when you got the 10-3 offsuit. Gray's definitely going to need to get back on track here pretty quickly, as he's now under the million mark. Still 18 big blinds for Gray, but it just doesn't feel like it when your opponent is just kind of running you over.
A lot of momentum going that other way right now. Not making any hands yourself, watching your opponent turn over top pairs and straights ever since we've gone heads up.
And you're looking at a 10 deuce on the button.
Definitely a little deflating. Even when we have limping hands, you can't have the best of it because you're up against the jack. 5, 6, 8 flop.
50.
Put in just the minimum bet.
Trevor with jack 4, he'll make the call. 7 will make a straight. Pair outs as well.
Jack high, still well ahead.
Now Trevor is open-ended with his jack high. Best end of the equity.
Yeah, and he's just...
And a draw.
He is just going to use that stack now and really lean on his opponent.
Cruise control over there right now.
Hand number 81, right where they said our over-under.
Right? They got a chance. How does Vegas know?
Was it Code HDN in our chat earlier that said 81? Not sure.
Pretty good line, it looks like. We're going to need Gray to make a comeback here.
Might be working in Vegas if he's setting lines like this.
Still plenty of blinds over there. Heads-up action can sometimes go pretty fast. Especially when a player just kind of gets on a run here, because neither one of them are really blasting off or anything. This just been a nice, solid heater for Trevor.
King high all in. Trevor suited with the 9 deuce.
There we go. That's our first all in. Heads up.
Chris, your food is at the podium.
Well, here we go. We're officially over.
81.5 was the line. We've made it to hand 82.
If you picked the over, folks, you were correct.
There you go. Code in the chat. Our official line setter tonight.
He will send out his Venmo information for all you who picked the under. He will collect.
Yeah, right. I know. I saw that in the chat, Code, and I was disappointed that I was blabbering about something else at the time. I definitely wanted to entertain that. I was going to say like 86 or something. I'm sure that's where my number was tonight. Yeah.
Very convenient of you to pick that now. With one player short, and we're on 82.
All right. Gray's limping the button here with 6-9 offsuit. Trevor, 6-4 off.
Check.
9 ball on the flop, 9-10 jack. Check, check, off to the turn. It's a big old king.
Check.
Nobody loving this board. 8 on the river, still nobody loving this board. Trevor's gonna go ahead and bet it. 4-liner out there, 7s and queens make straights.
Everything else beats you.
Yeah.
Except for just an 8 or a 6-4.
I think you're right, Code. I remember you set that hand total real high the night that it went real high.
But instead, Zach must have him a hot date with the misses tonight, because he is just rocking these hands. And the players are not disappointed either. Knockout punches early.
Yeah, we've had plenty of good play tonight, right? I mean, at no time was the final table in a stale run, really. Players were able to apply pressure kind of correctly and keep the final table moving. That's got us down to our final 2 here. where Gray had a little chip lead coming into heads up, but Trevor commanding now.
175.
He's got king queen on the button, makes it 175.
Yep, starting to get bigger with his raises, and that's going to.
Gray has ripped it. Gray went all in from the big blind.
That's going to induce the
queen
all
10.
in. Induces the all in, and here we go. Hand number 83. Gray's life is on the line. Tournament life on the line here.
Gray's at risk. Queen 10 of diamonds finds a queen, but no help here against king queen.
Got to have a 10.
7 ball in the river, and that will do it.
Trevor, our tournament champion today. Great job, though, by Mr. Gray, a.k.a. my daddy tonight.
A.k.a. all kinds of nicknames. My daddy has been eliminated. Get a screenshot of that, folks. He is eliminated in second place. $6,380 prize for Mr. Gray. Appreciate it. Great to see you tonight. And it was a pleasure doing a final table with Gray tonight. And congrats, buddy.
Absolutely. Oklahoma coming down and taking second place out of 115 and 6,800 going his way. So great job. And there is our tournament coin there, 2025 tournament winner, final table maker all the time.
That's
seems
right.
like Trevor has been on a lot of our final tables in the last year. Congratulations to him.
Mr. Trevor.
They're going to get all those chips ready for him, and he's going to get to show off that big old stack, his winning hand, king queen offsuit, and of course his coin saying that he is a 2025 TCH tournament champion. So congratulations to him.
Yeah.
We've had a fun one in here.
Really a great job by both those guys, too. Trevor, remember, he was doing all that work, 7-8 handed, you know, working with that 250, 300,000, not allowing himself to get too low. And then he got that big double up and, boom, went on a run, and a run that made him a little over $10,000 tonight.
Yeah, definitely. That was a big flop back and forth with he and Uncle Bean there when it got down to three-handed even. That was just wild. So congratulations to Trevor here. Worked really hard for it, and again, he's been on our final table a bunch, and it was only a matter of time before he was going to get a big dub like this. So great showing today. Reminder, all of y'all again, once again, the Trailblazer
We'll
tournament.
see you coming up.
Coming next week. So our normal Saturday tournament schedule is going to be a little different because we're going to have some bigger events going on during that 2.5 week period. But it's going to be, actually, I guess 2 week period, but it's going to be an awesome, fun time, January 21st through February 3rd, $1 million guarantee, $800 buy-in is going to be the final thing on that one. We've got a 365 buy-in, $400K guarantee.
Events coming at you, events for everyone.
Yeah, high roller events, tag team events, deuce through 7 events, all kinds of cool stuff. So check out that schedule. It's up, it's out there, it's ready to be viewed.
Eric and I will be there.
Yeah, we will absolutely be there. And you can also check out this tournament going on. Final day to get into this is tomorrow in Austin. There's 3 flights tomorrow, including a turbo. You can bag twice and bring both of those bags to day 2 if you make it to day 2.
You don't see day ones all the time on Sunday, so keep in mind, you still want to play in this bad boy. Day one's tomorrow, Sunday, still happening.
Yeah, $200 buy-in for a 100K guarantee. That's going to be awesome for whoever takes home that. Talk about a return on your investment. And there you go. Trevor's going to get his picture taken there by our great tournament staff.
There you go. He's having a good time.
That is Felipe. Get the handshakes from the dealer. Great job. Sure, he's going to take care of our folks. But again, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Again, RJ Dupree, Eric Van Loosen here from TCH Dallas.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. We had a blast.
Attention, Dallas, Texas. The Trailblazer Poker Tour makes its first stop of 2025 at Texas Card House Dallas and TCH Social Las Colinas from January 21st through February 3rd. 21 big events, including the $400,000 and the $1 million guaranteed multi-flight no-limit hold'em tournaments, plus PLO and hold'em high roller events. For more details, visit TexasCardHouse.com.